Oh, yes, ma'am. She even grabbed him by the hair and slung him against the couch.
Why?
Because he grabbed onto her leg and started crying, please don't leave. And she said, I don't want you, and grabbed him by the hair and just slung him.
Sounds like not a very nice person.
She ain't.
I'd like to leave her. Let's bring out Sean and Adam's mother, Kathy. Kathy, come on out. Kathy, this is some pretty terrible stuff. That's why everybody was so upset. First of all, your husband is in a hospital fighting for his life. You've been married to him for 20 years.
Yes.
A, why have an affair at that moment? Why do it in your own bed where your children are?
Number one, I did not have no affair with my husband.
You're lying. You're lying.
Okay. He claims...
My husband knew everything that happened. Okay. My husband was there when the affairs went on.
That's bull.
My husband was there.
You're lying.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
You are saying that... You're saying that that both those children and your husband are lying, okay?
Right.
Okay. Have you ever had an affair on your husband?
No.
You've never had an affair on your husband?
No.
You've never...
You just admitted it.
You've never slept with anyone else while you were married to John?
If I did, he was right there when it happened.
When you left, the children said that you told them you didn't want anything to do with them.
No, I did not.
You did. What would you like us to do? Would you like us to try and find out if he is your father or who is your father?
Yes.
Okay. Rhoda, come on out. Rhoda, why did you tell Danielle that? If it is true, or first of all, is it true?
I believe it's true. I believe there's a 95% chance
that he is not her father?
Yes.
That means, and you were married to him at the time?
I was separated from him at the time.
Okay, were you having an affair? Were you separated, Steve, at that time? No.
Yes,
No way.
we were separated seven times. And
We wasn't separated when we had her. We were not.
Yes.
We were not.
You ran back
Okay,
home to
there's a
Mom.
disagreement. You claim you were separated. He says you were not. Did you have an affair with somebody at that time?
When we were separated, yes.
Okay. If you let her believe for 20 years that this was her father, why did you decide to tell her? What's the sense? In other words, what did you gain by telling her? And what did you lose? Let's talk about gain. What did you gain by telling her this is not her father?
The truth. Honesty.
Okay, if you wanted to be honest, why weren't you honest 20 years ago?
How do you tell a little child?
The same way you tell a little child they're adopted, you always tell a child the truth. Always. Okay. What did you think her reaction? You decided to tell her because you wanted her to have the truth.
She knew 2 years ago, not a couple of weeks ago.
Did you know 2 years ago? No.
She's not having sex, but experiencing and drugs and, staying out late and stuff.
Okay. Nicole, do you think you'll be able to forgive your mother for leaving you kids behind?
I won't be able to figure it out. No.
Never. Let's meet Iris. Iris, come on out. Iris? I know you haven't seen your children in over 3 years. They are extremely upset with you for cheating on Dad and abandoning them. We have, I'd like to address some of the things that we have heard. You have admitted to our producers to having many affairs. Is that correct?
Several.
Several. Okay. Iris, the children say that having these affairs have ruined their lives, so let's go over some of the things that they have said. Do you know about Nicole turning to sex and drugs because she wanted to find love?
I found that out afterwards.
Okay.
So
we haven't been too
nobody
much...
let me know anything, what was going on with these girls. I would call and ask about them.
Take a break, we'll be right back.
And you say you have no money, but listen to me. This summer you went down to Branson, Missouri. You had money to go down there. You didn't have money to come up and see me.
Frances is back with us today, and he'll tell us what happened after the show. Frances?
After the show, I went back with my dad and my stepmom in Washington, and
Which is where you live,
yeah.
right? Now,
And-
did you try to really establish a relationship with your mother?
Yeah,
A mother-daughter relationship?
I went, and my mom got me a phone number so I could call her anytime, and like a month after she got it for me, her boyfriend shut it off, and she calls me whenever she feels the need, and she's not really there anymore. It's just like she went back to doing what she used to do.
Tell us what happened this past Christmas.
Oh, this past Christmas, you know,
Inside themselves, and they just don't know how to deal with what loving really means. Up here you see loving children, and these women have treated their kids just like animals. Animals get treated better.
Okay. We have our first mother, Kathy, who's willing to come back. Would you have Kathy come on? I want you to talk to Kathy and Renee about how the affairs